Hey everyone, I'm excited for this. I'm going to teach you how to draw Naruto. Oh man, I'm excited. This has been a hugely popular request. Tons of people have been asking, and so I'm finally going to do a tutorial. And the pose I'm going to do for this one, I'm going to draw just the head and some of the body, but the pose I'm going to use, instead of a straightforward face, I'm going to do a side view that you'll see. And the only reason I do that is because so many tutorials on here do the straightforward face. So I figure I'd teach you something different, you know, that you can't learn. So for this, when it comes to drawing a face, especially like anime face or kind of sideways, I'm going to just start with the chin, the lower section of the face. And the reason it is because it gives me kind of a guideline of where to draw, and because usually you can draw, you know, some people teach to start with the circle for the head. Everybody teaches different, and for me it doesn't click. If I draw the circle first, things just don't click for me. It's like the drawing doesn't come out good. So I'm just sketching kind of the way it's gonna flow, the head, and then the ear is going to be about right in this area. And then now that I got that, because he has, you know, the symbol around the top of his head, I'm just going to draw the top. I'm going to leave the top part empty because that's going to be hair. But I'm doing a lot by eye and just getting the forms. So start with that real simple shape for now. And then mark a line about halfway. The line, the eyes are going to sit somewhere on that. And the big advice when it comes to drawing anime, and this was a huge thing I remember, the eyes, there's really two major features to remember. Well, three. Eyes, eyebrows, and noses. Because usually with anime, a lot of the same face in terms of it's all about the facial characteristics. And you're going to see here, with his eyes, I'm going to start with just these two. They're fairly big. Two circle shapes like this. Not closed all the way, but one there. Then I'm going to start with another right here. I'm going to put them about that far apart. Not too far apart. And this one's going to be just a tiny bit smaller, being that it's tilted. The face is turned that way, so it's kind of looking back. And then for the nose, I'm going to start with the little nose here. But as I was saying, those two features are huge, because the eyes, nose, and eyebrows, because with the anime drawings, they really are there's little tiny subtle differences in each eye you draw, in each feature, and that's what makes the character a character. I mean, that's why I love it, because you have to be very careful in the way you draw, because, you know, like I said, it's one little line difference can really affect the character. So right now I'm just mark the nose here. The nose is going to be right here, and you're going to see part of it, so I'm not going to define it too much. His nose really isn't defined, but just two little nostrils like that. Tiny nose, small mouth, bigger eyes. And then, because I'm going to make that I think it's shuriken, I'm not sure what it is, but I'm just, see how I'm pivoting my hand? It's a good idea to pivot when you got to draw a straight line. But I'm just drawing what's in his mouth here is that weapon. Then a little circle here. I'm really taking my time. I'm not finalizing anything yet, just taking my time getting the forms in, making sure, you know, I have the head shape. And then I'll go back and really outline. But, you know, right there's the basic features. Now that you got that. Then the hair, just you could call it a bandana. I'm not sure if there's a correct name that I should use. But this wraps around. It's about, overall it's bigger than the eyes. So how the height of the eyes, it's a little wider than that. And this is why I'm saying, for me, I prefer to draw like this when I'm drawing heads at an angle. It just depends. Then the ear, Not too big of an ear. You don't want to worry about too much though. And so this area will be all darkened in. And then the symbol that'll go on the plate, which sits right above here. So now that you got these basic forms in, these are the important parts that you get in. Eyebrows, very skinny. It will make it very intense, so you want them to arch down. But he's got skinny eyebrows. Make a line there, a crease line. Same with this side. Eyebrow skinny, so just draw that in. Like that. Then let's work on the eyes some more. The way the eyes are, at this point where I'm making, they get wide. There's a darker, and then they come in, arch down, and they get skinnier towards the end where I'm making it. So that's about one eye. Then with this eye, same thing. Darker where I'm pressing right there, gets darker and wider towards that point. Then the bottom, just kind of skinny little line. It doesn't connect to that line, just barely connects. But those are like the basic eye formation for the eye sockets. I'm going to just erase it to really neaten it up. Then let's get the hair. Proportion the hair, very important. I'm going to chop that part off because I'm going to make some of the hair overlap. And I think over here too I'll make some of the hair overlap. But the hair, huge part of the face. The face is that big. The hair proportionally is about the same height. So I'm just marking that space. So it's going to be roughly about that tall. And you know, you can exaggerate. You can do how you feel. Be artistic with it. I don't expect you to copy the way I always do the drawings, but be artistic, add your own style. But I want you to just learn the basics by studying these and learn that. So then just the hair, making kind of down, and then I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to draw a light circle shape just so I know where the hair is going to fall on, and then it starts to stick up. So you have a point there. These points. So that's going to be kind of the hair. Let's work on the face some more. Nose, I'm just going to redefine the nostrils a little more. Then I'm just going to make a couple little hatches to show the nose is there. The eyes, I'm just jumping around. Usually I jump around, but real simple. You want to make the pupil. Well, first the iris, same on this side, and shade it in, not too dark because we still got to put the pupil, and then put the pupil in very, very dark, tiny little pupil. It's kind of this intense style, and so that's kind of my way of looking at it, my interpretation of the eyes. And like I said, everybody's going to look slightly different in the way they draw it. But what's important is you get the basic looks down. So I'm going to jump back to the hair, making these arches, spiked hair. Each one's a little spike, and they point out in a different direction. As you get towards the top, they'll start to point out more that way. Just mess around with the hair, make a few pointed this way. And kind of like that, work around it. But always make sure the ends are pointed. You don't want it to end in a rounded end, but always point them. And then you can just erase. Then you can just come back, erase that little guideline, the circle shape I did. finish it up, define it better. The ear, just real simple, little shape of the ear, nothing fancy. His hair, some of it comes under the sideburns, so a little arch and an arch there. Now I'm just bringing the lines together and really making sure I get all the lines that I need. Some of the hair is behind him. Remember, you'll have some hair behind, so I'm just drawing a couple of lines. For the bandana, you want to make a couple of creases just to show it's cloth. You know, make it at various spots, just make it come down a little. Erase the lines, some guidelines. And for the symbol, you have dots. Well, not dots, but it's the plate that's attached to it. So you want to put one here, little tiny, one here, and then one here. Same on this side. Then the symbol, best way to do is start with the little line, arch it, and it comes down, down that, and just like that, and bring it back up. Then it's got like the little beak shape, I like to think of it. So it looks something like that for the symbol. And last but not least, definitely make sure you got the markings on. That's important. The line, so one crease here, one, and then another. Same with this side. And just come in, darken these lines. And you can see the difference in style that I'm doing with this. I'm really taking my time, trying very hard to get it very just right, you know. Then the little weapon, it has a little edge here, but the weapon itself, you know, just make a little loop shape for the end. Nothing fancy, just a little loop shape. Then darken this. Erase the lines we made behind that of the face, so you don't see that. So just darken that and bring the line. Line doesn't have to be perfect, as good as you can get it. You can use a tool to make it straight up. It's a fairly small drawing, so I'm just using my hand and pivoted it. Then right here, these little lines. Weapon comes out. And the weapon itself, add a little line there and a little line there. Give it some depth. It's a real sharp point. Come in, finish up the lines of the chin, the jaw. So that's pretty much the basic facial structure. You want to make a couple of lines, random lines here and there and that. Let's add the value and really finish it up. Value is what's going to be important. First, the head's going to go back. So I'm just going to sketch the rest. He usually has the special jacket, so I'm just putting some lines here where the cloth is behind. And then with the jacket, it's got the zipper on it. So about right here, make a little line there, a little line there. And then the zipper line is going to arch down. It's usually zigzag, little V's, but you don't want to do it every little shape, just enough so you can show. And I'm not going to draw the rest of the body, I just want to draw this to show you. Now I might do another one because I really like drawing Naruto. It's really fun. It's a big challenge. So let me know in the comments if you can, please, if you want me to draw more. And last but not least, just finish up the draw and add shade into the hair. I'm going to come in with a 3B pencil and darken the hair, and so that way the hair has some value. I'm just bringing it across. Actually, I'm going to use a 4H, which is a harder lead. You get this real nice feature, then the blending stump coming in. That's really important when you're doing a lot of anime drawings or drawings in general. Whatever you draw, I can't stress enough how much the difference value makes, because you can really overwork something with a lot of lines, and you have to sometimes stop what you're doing and really add value in, because once you add value in, you'll be amazed at just the difference it makes. And this is going to be darker all in here. So I'm just taking my time. Going in and blending that in. Then the hair right here, hair behind it. And last but not least, I want to make this darker to show where it's at. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. Also check out all my other videos. I got how to draw Goku, videos on how to draw lots of other characters and lots of tutorials and things, so definitely check those out. Just add some highlights. Then I'm just going to add a little value on this jumps to the suit. There you go, everyone. I hope you learned something. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate the support. And don't forget the eyebrows. Definitely got to shade the eyebrows in. And there's... Alright, thanks, everyone. I appreciate it a lot. Let me know what you want to see me draw next.